right, 40-degree cold start. See how she sounds. Sounds gnarly. Alright guys, so today is going to be the last video that you see of this thing in the shop. We just had to spend the week getting everything ready. So, what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be installing the Auxbeam light bar, and we are also going to be replacing the carrier bearing. I found one at AutoZone with a 1-year warranty. So what we're going to be doing with this is going to be a temporary repair. You can see right here, this was $100, 1-year warranty. Why I say this is a temporary repair. Right now, I do not want to throw any money at this truck. So with what I mean by that is the headache rack was free. The aux tank was free. Everything came from the other truck. Everything's free. The wheels and tires, I didn't have to go and buy any. The fender flares, like everything I was going to do to it is done. Now, later on down the road, we do have some plans for it. I want to get upgraded mirrors. I want to get 5% tint stacked on top of what I already have. And I need to get those vent visors. I want the in-channel ones. But I'm not going to be spending any money on that. What I am going to be doing is I am going to be proposing something here that I've never done before. I get a lot of questions about sponsors and, hey, do you want, like, I get scan tools, I've gotten shoes, I've gotten like certain parts and this and that. Auxbeam is one of the first ones to sponsor me on something like that, which is why I'm going to be doing, they sent me a second light bar right there. And we're going to be installing that light bar on this truck. And I'm going to show you just how good that light bar is. And I do like Auxbeam. I've liked them for a long time. So the fact that they reached out to me, this is the second light bar they've sent me, I really like that part. So I kind of want to take, at this point, and take the same approach. Headlights, taillights, and all that, like lighting aside, Auxbeam's already got me covered on that shit. Everything else. If companies want to send me parts and sponsor all the parts that go on this truck. I need a tuner, I need mirrors, I want to get the GM mirrors at some point, so if any company wants to do that, we can certainly redo the lift. I need control arms. I need a bunch of stuff. You guys will see, I've already got, sorry about the horrible lighting, it is early in the morning, but I got the grill installed, so I don't need that, but like bumpers, we need bumpers as well. I need a one-piece drive shaft at some point. I need a transmission built at some point. And I need to get the high idle tuned in, because you guys know if you come in here and you hit cruise control on and then set, it'll idle up. This does not have that. All that takes is a simple tune. But point aside, I want to build this truck, and if anybody wants to throw parts at it, I will do reviews on those parts. It's completely up to you guys. I get a ton of sponsorships, but it's none of the right stuff, and I refuse to put people's names out there of things that I do not use or do not like, and that's why I went with the Auxbeam right there, because I've always liked Auxbeam, and I'm like, hey, I'll get to try it out. We tried out the fog light, we tried out a light bar, and even those pods back there are Auxbeam, and they're really, really good. There you go. There's my end rant for this morning. We're going to get to work here, and like I said, if anybody wants to send parts for this thing, we also need airbags. I am going to be trying out the Timbrins. Tow Piglet graciously gave me them a few years ago. I said I was going to use them. Now we're finally time to use them. There you go. I'm going to get to installing the carrier bearing first, because I want to be able to drive this thing on the highway without it going like, it's so annoying. It's really, really bad. Do not want to be wasting money on this. The whole point of buying this truck was to make money. YouTube can pretty much cover the maintenance cost of the truck, and then we'll see how the truck cost goes when we start running it for work. I went and drove this truck from New York down here and did not spend a dime in fuel, because when I got it, it had a half a tank. I got down to my first mud flap location, paid for my first fill up. I had $207 in credit, cost me $180 to fill it up. So there you go. Didn't have to pay a dime for fuel. So if you guys like fuel savings, go check out Mud Flap. Depending on where you're at in the country will determine how much of a discount you get, this and that. You don't need a fuel card with them. What you do is they give you an app on your phone, and they give you a code. You go to a specific Mud Flap stations, depending on who they work with. You give them the code that they give you. You go out, you fill up, you go back, you get your receipt. Short, simple, to the point, no worrying about fuel cards. The nice thing about Mud Flap is if you're good at losing fuel cards, it's on your phone. So unless you lose your phone, you can always get fuel. I'm not doing so great with snapped bolts, so we got the back of the drive shaft down, the front of the drive shaft down, and I snapped the bolts for the carrier. So I'm going to have to find a way to drill that out like I did on my last one. Oh, that's going to suck. So I'll have to drill that out, and we'll have to put new ones in it. I'll probably have to drop that whole center support piece. But let's focus on this carrier bearing first. Guys, let's see, it's hanging. I have it in 4 low right now. I always put it in 4 low to come up this hill. use four-wheel drive every day now. But I definitely didn't need it before, but now that we're doing what we're doing here in the shop, it's like it just seems to help. So, whereas it doesn't seem like this carrier bearing's bad, you can see like all the stuff is kind of like worn out of it. So this thing's just been super shaky. So we'll make note that this goes on the inside. I need to pull this guy off here. And then, yeah, like I said, we'll reuse that. I'm gonna have to probably cut this bearing off because that's just how it's gonna have to work. So, but we'll see how long the new one lasts. Doesn't look like they're greasable. Kind of a, not a great design, to be honest. I would like to be able to grease that if possible. But whatever. So just mental note, this piece here goes towards the front of the truck. So I cut the first section off, and I got the second section, got the front section. Now we're at the bearing, trying to chew away as little as possible on the, yeah, try not to get to the shaft section, but so usually they need cut off. It's so hard to unpress these unless you have one. I do not. So I always just cut them off, and I've never damaged a drive shaft doing it this way. Mind you, I've done probably 30 or 40 carrier bearings over the life of my black truck, if not more. We could be upwards of 50, I don't know at this point. So the way you get these without destroying them or having a press is, old mechanic taught me this trick when I've, out of the 50 carrier bearings I've had pressed on, guy gave me a bearing race. He's been doing it for, I don't know, 30, 40, 50 years, something like that. I don't even know. And yeah, he gave me one of them and he said, this is how you do it. And he showed me. And I've never had an issue since. No way I was doing that under the truck. So here you guys will see the nuts, which I might just be able to smack them with a good Swift and a hammer to break them loose, and then I'll just put a nut and a bolt there. I hate to do it. I like that I can just screw it up in, but yeah, I'm not gonna go through the headache. That was pretty simple. Just kept smacking them from the side, just like that. And they're only spot welded like 6 times. They're not actually like full welded, otherwise that'd have never worked. But got them off. Somebody took the scrap, so anybody that wanted that exhaust, it wouldn't have worked out anyway. That thing was garbage. It's a dilemma I'm at, right? I have a brand new U-joint, but I don't think that that's the right U-joint. These guys over here, God, that lighting is brutal. These guys over here, this U-joint's completely gone. You can see that. It's this one. So I tried greasing it before I realized it was bad. And the grease isn't going where it needs to, but that was all but seized. See how bad that is? Broken on day 1. Let's see how this side is. This one feels great, but this one's a solid unit. Oh, wait, no, it's not. I can grease that. Okay. Guys, if you have greasable joints and you replace them with greasable joints, you need to grease them. You can't just let them go forever. At the bare minimal, when you do an oil change, grease the shit out of your driveline. Because now I'm in this predicament where I actually have to go through and replace them because somebody else didn't. See, all that old gross grease we're going to get out of there. I'm going to put new stuff. Guys, like I was saying, I'm showing you guys, this truck, we're going to take the mistakes from the old truck and put them into the new truck without the mistake part, with all the extra knowledge. So this truck's going to get built right. So what I did was, I have one on order. They said it was 1 3/16. This one over here is 1 3/8. So it's just enough of a difference. I'm going to order it just in case. I don't think that one's the right one, but if it is, who knows? But it doesn't hurt, you know, to take the risk. I already paid for it. It was like 50 bucks. So like I was saying, this is just going to be a whole temporary thing till we get a one-piece shaft. I know in the other truck it took me forever. I finally got a one-piece shaft and I snapped it. I need to get a better quality one-piece shaft. That one I snapped very quickly. Here you go. I got the old ones out. That was the good side. The crunchy side, I think, is... yeah, it's that bottom one. This one's the crunchy side right here. So I got my socket for getting those out. I got the first 2 out. I got to get these cleaned out, make them all nice, clean out the grooves and stuff so it'll actually accept grease, and we'll go from there. The other U-joint's good. This U-joint's good. This U-joint's actually really good. So it's just this one here that's gone. It looks like they were replaced recently because that one doesn't have clips in it. It has the in pin side, like the pins go in the side, so it's pretty nice. These had that, so we know it's replaced. We got a Spicer one coming. None of this Moog garbage. Stop buying Moog, guys. All right, there you go. U-joints. Boom. Here's the old ones. Throw them in the scrap pile. I can't wait till the new ones get here. We gotta sit and wait, so I'm gonna eat some lunch, and then if they do not get here in time, we'll start installing the light bar. I need to figure that out. Waiting on parts because they sent me the wrong one. I literally ordered 3/16 joints and they sent me 3/8 joints. Major difference. I already have a 3/8 joint sitting here, and apparently it's not the right one. Then my brother texts me and says, hey, I have one available. I'm just like, well, I already ordered it. We're gonna get this bad boy open. This is from Auxbeam. Love the lights. And you guys should buy one because they're actually really cool. This Auxbeam light bar not only is a light bar, but it's also an amber light bar. They sent me more brackets. Doo-doo. Doo-doo. They sent me wiring. Oh, look at that. This one's going to be so much better than the last one. And the last one was perfect. I got to find a truck to put the other one on because I was not going to just give that away. But, or, hear me out, should I put a light bar on the back? So here is the Auxbeam light bar. I think I hear a truck. Oh, it's a Mustang. I see a Mustang, but nobody's up there, so I don't know. So, here is the light bar, and not only does it turn white, it also turns amber, and I'm kind of curious on how this works. So we got like the light, is there flood, spots, flood. So we'll get this installed at some point. I need to figure out, since you guys hated that I put them in front of the cab lights, I want to put them in front of the cab lights again. Jeep's gone. He just came and picked that up. I had to pull this out with no drive shaft. Ugh. So everything works. Yeah, there's like no slop in that now. So the reason now that I can show you guys, see how there's pins in the side? You can tell those U-joints have never been done, which we'll watch them because I'm gonna have to probably do the front drive shaft next. But let me know what your guys' opinions are of getting rid of these shields because I don't think I want to keep them on there. There's this one here and then there's this one here. I don't think we're gonna need any of it, but you guys let me know what you think. I don't know, rather than drilling holes into the roof on this one, I think I might just order the brackets. I know I said I didn't want to spend any of my own money on this stuff, but I might just order the brackets to bring them in from the side. The ones that they send me, you drill into the roof. And I kind of want to avoid that on this one because I remember how much of a pain in the ass it was. You have to drop the headliner, and it's actually really easy to drill through the headliner, and I dropped a few screws down into the side of the body and shit. I don't know. We'll have to do a decision on that one. I don't want it super high in the air either. We'll see. I like it, but I don't. So I'm definitely going to get it installed, but I think I am going to order the brackets now. I'm just going to get online quick and do that. Just stopped back. We got the nice new one in stock. And I did just order the light bar brackets. So that is all ready. It's all ordered. They should be here by the 15th or 16th. So let's start slamming this bad boy in here and we'll go from there. I'm pretty sure, oh, I cleaned out this one, so I got to clean out the drive shaft part yet. It's supposed to be pins in the side, so I'm going to try to see if I can't fill that with grease too, so that these, if I ever need to replace them, I don't have to worry about trying to fight this thing. So we're trying to find the best possible parts in general for this thing, and Spicer U-joints I've heard good things about, but let me know what you guys think. This is a Spicer non-greasable U-joint, and I know nothing about them. So let me know what you guys think. I'm going to slap this thing on. It's all good. It's ready to go, but there is no grease joints. So I understand that makes them stronger, but what about the needle bearings? There is grease in them. I don't know what to do at this point, but there you go. Let me know what you guys think. So let's just go off of assumptions here, right? I just got that one done. That's an OEM U-joint. That's a Moog greasable U-joint, and that's a Spicer non-greasable U-joint. The first two are non-greasable, the Moog is. I just greased it, it's fine. Let's see which U-joint lasts the longest. So, Spicer, brand new, Moog, freshly greased. I don't know how much life's left on that, but the next time this thing needs service, it's gonna be one of these two, I'm willing to bet. If, when I have to service one of these two, this one is bad, then we know Spicer's junk. But let's hope it's not, because I really want to have good things to say about Spicer. This is all done. And now we have a running driving truck. This thing is completely ready to hit the road, no excuses. From here on out, it's just going to be simple things. Fuel filters, the air filter, the, you know, pretty much oil change, like stuff like that. Like that's all this is going to be from now on. So now we can focus on customer stuff that comes in. So I got to get this floor cleaned. Jeeps, like I said, that was picked up earlier. You guys keep asking about Dan's truck over here. This, he just shipped out a PCM, so we should see it probably, if not late this week, early next week. And then we should have a working, running, driving truck with gauges. That's been the problem all along. I know a lot of guys gave me a bunch of suggestions. None of them worked. I know it needs new batteries. So when we plug the new PCM in, I'm going to try it without the factory batteries in there because I think they're pretty bad and worn down, and see if that helps. If it does and we have gauges, then we're all good. So what ended up happening, the original PCM that was in this truck did not work. For whatever reason, it was bad. It was just... And then the PCM that I had made everything work, minus the gauges, and it didn't have it was out of communication. We checked and tested both of those PCMs. I verified they were both bad here. And when I sent the PCMs out, they were both verified to be bad there as well. It kind of sucks. That was $180 of testing PCMs. But both of them did not work. So we verified 100% that both PCMs do not work. So, good question. I was asked, why did I do an axle dump if I was just going to put a stack on? First of all, I wanted to do the axle dump because I wanted to use my old exhaust and get it out of the way because it was in the way. And I knew I could just scrap the other exhaust and get rid of it. Second of all, this stack's pretty rusty. So I want to get this sprayed off and powder coated. But what I'm thinking is if anybody out there has a diverter valve, a 5-inch diverter, that I could run the stack when I'm not towing and then run out the back when I am. I want that little diverter valve. I have one saved, but if anybody's got a 5-inch, one will go straight and one will go up with a valve in it that I can put it up top or out the back, let me know and send me one. I'll do some testing on it. If not, if I have to buy it myself, it is what it is. It's like a $300 part. All right, here's the before. Working on getting the dash lights fixed first, but I gotta take these off because we just had a set of 4th gen mirrors dropped off. There you go. I don't know why, somebody drew up, somebody fucking with them. So yeah, we'll get these things mounted up. These are for a 3rd gen, and in exchange, I need to find him a passenger mirror. So if anybody has a passenger mirror like these for a 4th gen, let me know. He got those mirrors for this truck, only to realize the mounting plates are completely different, but he needs a mirror for this truck because the bottom's broken. I think there's a light in there too, so if anybody has a 4th gen passenger side mirror, let me know. P.O. box is down in the description if you want to send me one. It's always cool getting free stuff, but then when you see this, I'm going to have to get rid of that like today. I'm going to clean these up. What was wrong with these was this stud was kind of bent and then I snapped it, which I'm not worried about it. I'll just leave it like that. I really don't care because these are going to get replaced at some point anyway from the old ones, but I'm going to sell these because every time I post a set of mirrors, they sell within a day. So 150 bucks, they're good mirrors. You guys can have them for that price. They're still good. So I'm gonna go swap the other one out, and then apparently I don't need a sound system. These actually do work. Yeah, I will enjoy the fact that there's Kenwoods in this now, knowing that they're not stock speakers. So now he got these for free. But here's the thing, you can tell the difference between OEM mirrors. Right here they use these bolts, and aftermarket mirrors they use these nuts here, and they have a secondary wire that comes out like that. Unfortunately, I don't have that harness, so that's kind of useless to me, but that's how you tell the difference. Like, these are OEM factory mirrors. They also come with rust, whereas these do not rust like that. And second of all, like I said, about the wiring. So I'm gonna get this side slapped on. I already got the first one cleaned up. I need to go grab the heat gun so I can get rid of that stupid sticker that's back there. You know I'm doing a bunch of stupid shit to this truck. like the wheels and the rubber band tires. I get people don't like that, but these stickers, like, I do not understand why people put these obnoxious, like, either fuckboy or just outright weird stickers. Oh, look, that one has it too. Now I got, oh man. And also somebody drew a wiener on the thing and a happy face somewhere up there. People are bored. All right, there she is. So I just tore the interior apart, trying to figure out these bulbs in here, which I have plenty of bulbs. I took 3 out of here. Only one of the 6 that I had worked, and it was the 3, or the one that was in that already. So none of these actually worked. And even though these physically work and turn on, no matter how I modified them, I could not get these to turn on in this. So I got to order another set of those, which is kind of obnoxious. I think the last one I did on an 06 was I actually took it and I soldered bulbs in it. So I have the right ones on order. It's not a big deal. It's like $7 or some shit. Like small little things like that I don't mind ordering, but the mirrors are all on and stuff. Here's how she looks with the new mirrors. Yes, I am going to run them out position because they're so awkward down. We'll get some GM mirrors at some point. But until then, we're going to be rocking the Moose mirrors. That's going to do it for this video. This should be the last video you guys see of this thing actually in the shop being worked on for like a full day. The rest of it is just going to be, this is going to be pretty much customer stuff. So tomorrow I have to go out and pull everything out of the black truck, pull the engine tomorrow, and then that is getting picked up. I guess he said he's only like 6.5 hours away, so whenever it's pulled, I need to send him a message, and then that truck is completely gone. So we were going to do a video. Nobody gets back to me on, like, I just wanted to throw it at a camper. Nobody wanted to get back to me, and it's simple as that. So somebody bought it. I sold the shell for $1,000 just to get it gone. But like I said, this is going to be the new focus. We're pretty much picking up on this where we left off in the other truck. It's the same damn thing. It has the lights I want. It has everything that I really want in a truck is all right here. So, I like it. Gonna try something basically back to my roots with this thing. You know, I used to have a 48 RE and I only ran it for, I don't know, maybe 10, 15,000 miles. And honestly, I wanted to go back to it. I was after 5 years. So a lot of you guys said about why did I go with an automatic? Back then I didn't know anything about diesels. Basically, I bought my first truck. This was an 06, and this is the combination it had, minus the lift. It did have big tires on it, but it didn't have a lift. So this replaces that. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, feel free, go down in the description, check out any of the links down below. Mud Flap is down there as well. Go use it. Go spend some money on that, and you save a bunch of money as well. I'll see you in the next video. Take care, guys. Later.